This conference will now be recorded.
Any question or any issue?
No question. Just would like to inform you that last class you told us to create the GitHub account, and I created.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope everyone created this GitHub account so that we can start working on the GitHub. Okay. So today is the last session of automation. So I told you to bring all of your questions that is related to Java, Selenium, and Cucumber, TestNG, because next week we are going to learn SQL, and after that we'll learn API. So these two topics are very small topics, but it needs some practice, and I will show you that what exactly you need to do and how you will get that. And yes, obviously you can join the help session, and you can, if you have any question, you can ask there. But if you ask here, it will be better, because in that way other people will also know that what is the, like, if you're facing some issue, some other might be facing the same issue, but they are not asking the question.
I have a one request, like a very small request. These things we are going to be keep practicing at our home, but after that also, when the SQL class will be finished, and you also mentioned like what is that, APR or API? Yeah, at the end, not for the whole session, like if you give little bit summary again with the Java, so that we also always, anytime in the Sunday, will come up with any problem with the Java. But if you do one review, that will be like a kickback for us, like, so that it will be give us another ending boost for the Java.
Okay, I will try to do that. So after these 2 weeks, we have a interview session. So in the interview session, very first thing I will do is I will give you some like a summary, like some.
Yes, that one I was talking about. You know better than me. I hope you understand what I'm trying to mean you.
Yes. Okay, I'll do that.
I hope these things will be helpful for everybody, for us. Thank you. I really appreciate, Jackie bhai.
No problem. But other than that, anyone have any issue or any request? No request. Okay, no issues. That's fine. So today there are like a lot of topics we have to go through. These topics, some topics are very small. It will take less time to complete, but some topics it will take to some topic might take like a half an hour to complete. But our goal is to complete all of this topic, and I already made a list of the topic that we need to go through. These are like not all the time you need to work with, but you need to know these things, because these are important for interview. Okay, these are, sorry, I just copied from the previous one, so it's done.
Just would like to remind you, like, don't forget to record, please.
I already started the recording. Yes.
Good, thank you.
Okay, so I will go through with that small topics, then I will slowly jump into that the bigger topics. Okay, so first of all, it's from the previous session. Okay, it's from the previous session. So in our last session, we understood about that OOP concept, right? So do we have any question from the OOP concept? So can anyone tell me what are the 4 concepts we have in OOP? Object-oriented programming. What are the concepts? Anyone?
Say APIE, the short way, like abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, and encapsulation.
Yes, that's true. That's right. But don't mention APIE, because don't.
Sorry, yeah, this one for
Yeah,
Easy
this
to
was
remember
just
for
great.
us.
Remembering all these things, like all these four concepts, which is fine. So yeah, that's correct. So you have four concept, and that is the one. And Rita, you are also right. Inheritance.
My way to remember is API.
Okay, it's up to you. Basically, it's up to you that how you are going to remember it. Okay. Now, so you said that abstraction. So can anyone tell me what is abstraction?
Abstraction is like to make it secure so that the class cannot be visible for others. No one can access the class.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's like secure the class so that no one can create an object.
Yes, that is the right answer. No one will be able to create an object of that class. That class will be visible. Okay, the class will be visible, but we will not be able to create an object of that class, and that is for abstraction. To make this class 100% secure, but 100% secure is not possible. So that's why we have something else. So I will add that point here as well. Okay. Now, anyone about inheritance?
It is a parent and child relation.
Yes, that's true. It's a parent and child relationship. So you have two class, and if you want to make a relationship between two class, so there will be a parent and child relationship you can make between two class. What is the keyword we have to use?
Super.
No, that's right, Salma. So it's extends. So you have to write this extends keyword in your child class, and after the extends keyword, you have to mention the parent class name. Now, next question is, um, in Java, can we do multiple inheritance?
No, we can do multiple inheritance.
Okay. So you said no, Anila said yes. So I want to ask Anila why it's yes. Why? How we can make that multiple? Any idea? Can you write multiple class name after the extends keyword? Can you do that?
Yeah, we can extend the class.
We can extend only one class, not multiple class.
No, yeah, we do only one class. Yeah.
So that's mean that we cannot do multiple inheritance. Can we do multi-level inheritance?
Not sure about that.
Not sure. Okay, let's say that animal, then human. Under human, can we create two more class like man and woman?
Last class, animal was under the human. So
Animal was not under the human. Human was under the animal.
yeah. So human was under the no. Then answer will be no.
Is it like animal, human, cat?
Sorry, what? Yes, yes, that is right. So you got that example. That is absolutely right. Let me go to this part and then where is it? OP concept, SRC, OP concept. I'll create one class here, new class, and that is woman. Oh, sorry, woman. And then finish. And then I will create, let's say that just only woman, and you know already about the man. So if I want to create another class, I can also create that. Now the thing is, this woman extends human, and human, I have to use someone. Okay. So this omen is extending human, and then this human is extending animal. Now omen is able to get all these functions from animal. They can get it. Okay, so multi-level inheritance is possible in Java. You got it?
Just like parents, child, and then that child's children, right?
Yes, or parent, grandparent, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the other question from the inheritance and encapsulation. Can anyone tell me what is encapsulation is?
Encapsulation is when you want to hide your data.
That's right. Data means that function and variables.
Variables, right?
This encapsulation means that you, okay, I have to add one more topic here. I forgot that to add that here, and that is access modifier. Okay. Now, this is if this is public, then anyone can use it, right? But if this class, if this variable is private, then no one will be able to access this variable from outside this class. Got it? So let me show you here. In the learning OOP, I'm trying to access this human with A, right? And this is because I can do that because human have this variable with the public. So this is possible. But when I'm trying to secure this variable, so I don't want to give anyone to I don't want to show this variable to anyone, then I will make this variable private. So now if you go back, you'll see, oh, now this A is coming from animal. Okay. Now let's go back. Okay. What? Human. Oh, I changed it in different place. Sorry. But it's fine. Now you see that I got an error here, and it says that change visibility of A. Either I can do this one, change the visibility of A, or if you see, there is another option, create getter and setter for this A. So this is something different, but if you want to give anyone access, even though this is private, and if you want to give anyone access, you just need to go here in source, and then you have to go here, and it says generate getters and setters. These are the by default functions you can create, and Eclipse is helping us to create that. Once you click on it, it will give you this box, and it will tell you that which variable you want to make this available for people to others who can access this variable from outside. Select this. Now click on generate. Then you'll see there are like two functions created. One function is basically sending this data, sending the value of this A and changing it to this variable. And then second function is basically I'm getting this variable. This concept for now, you might be thinking like it's very complex, and I don't want to if you don't want to know this one right now, it's fine. I'm just showing you there is still possibility is there that you can access this variable from outside. It's possible, even though this variable is private. Okay, you got it? You just need to know the concept. That's it for now. Okay. Now, next thing is encapsulation is done. The last and important thing you will get a question in interview is from polymorphism. So two of these things are most favored in the interview, the interviewers. One is inheritance and another is polymorphism. If they ask any question from OOP concept, definitely they will ask you either from inheritance or from polymorphism. So now, what is polymorphism? Can anyone tell me?
This is like two types. One is like method overloading, another is method overriding.
Okay. Can you tell me method overloading?
Yeah, method overloading and method overriding.
Okay. What is method overloading?
This is the compile time polymorphism.
Okay.
And the second one is, I believe, runtime polymorphism. That one is method overriding.
That's right.
I created the shortcut ML-MR.
Okay. Can you tell me something more about this runtime polymorphism? Method overriding?
Runtime polymorphism. Yeah, this is method overriding.
Mm-hmm. Just think about the method overloading. In method overloading, it's like from the name you can see it's a loads.
Yes.
Method overloading happens within the same class. In the same class, you have a multiple function with the same name, but the parameters are different.
Yes.
So that is the thing with method overloading. Okay, you see that this is method overloading.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? So whoever will call this function, they will check. Okay, so if you say here, if I go and try to comment human dot and talking, right? And now you'll see there are like 4 functions here. When you select the function, that means that if I select the first function, that means I don't need to pass anything. Second function, I have to pass integer value. Third, I have to pass a string. Fourth, I have to pass 2 string values. So this is basically like if you have a function with the same name in the same class, then it's a method overloading. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Now, can anyone tell me method overriding?
Method overriding is when you have the same function in parent and child class, but the child class overrides its own implementation.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Okay. Now, coming from this method overloading, so we're done with this OOP concept. You are all good on that, I believe. Now, coming on that method overloading. So if this method overloading is possible in the functions, this is also possible in constructor. So how we can make the constructor? Anyone of this class, constructor? Constructor of this class?
Public and then public human.
Human, that is class name, okay?
Yes. And then parentheses and curly bracket.
Okay, so this is called constructor.
Constructor. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to create another constructor. Let's say that with integer a. You see that I can create multiple constructor with the same name but with different signature, right? With different parameters, right? So we know that this is possible for the functions. This is also possible for the constructor. Clear? This one is possible. This overloading is possible for the functions. This overloading is also possible for constructor. And this one called constructor overloading. Got it? So for example, if you want to create a constructor like default constructor like this, and you need to create another constructor to pass the variable, let's say that integer a equals to 10. And now you are taking a constructor. Okay, so I'll take B. You are taking a constructor here, so I will take the constructor like this. So B equals to A. Can I do that? So whatever the value I will get here, I will pass it into the B. Can we do that?
One is public and another is private.
No,
So,
both are public.
oh yes, both are public.
Both
Yeah.
are public. And
Yes,
I believe you already know about this one, because in a page object model we learn how you can pass the driver when you create the object of the class, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? Okay. So let me show you this one. Where is my page object model? In TestNG, I believe I have the TestNG page object model. Yes, page object model. This one. So today I'm going to show you in like here we wrote internal driver, right? And in our last session we learned about these two keywords, super and this. Do you remember that? Super belongs to the parent class, referencing to the parent class variables and functions, right? And this is basically referencing to that whatever you have here in this class, like variables and functions. So the thing is, whenever you type anywhere in the inside a function, if you type this and then dot, you will see all the functions and the variable here. You see that all the lists are here. So it's basically a reference. So in the real project, what they do is they don't use anything like that, internal driver. They give the same name as driver. Okay, they give that same name as driver. They also get this driver here, and then also they write this driver here. Now, how the people will know, how the program will know that which driver is which one? So this driver is basically referencing this one. So I want to get the driver and keep it inside this driver. So what they do is they use this keyword. When they use this keyword, this is basically referencing to this driver. Now you see that this driver become blue.
Yes.
You see that? Now it become blue. Now if you don't have this this keyword, then you'll see that both of them are in like gray maybe.
Yeah, gray color.
So it's a different, the same color. You see that this one and this one is same color, and you'll see when you mouse over, you say that qualify left hand side, qualify right hand side. That means that is saying that both are same. So you cannot do that. So what we can do is we can just use this keyword to refer that this driver is basically you have to get this driver of this class driver. Now when they do that, now they change it to every place like this. So this is the real world concept, that how they just keep the same driver name. They don't give a different names, okay? Because in the initially we need to learn the page object model. That's why I told you that okay, to give a different name. But in the real world, they use this kind of concept. This dot driver equals to driver. Okay.
So there is no using internal driver anymore. It's gonna be this driver.
Yes, that's true.
So the internal driver is this driver.
Yes.
Okay.
So this keyword is basically refer whatever you have within this class, you can access this by using this keyword. So let's say that I want to call this function username text box inside this password text box function. I will just go here and then type this and then dot. You see that? I'll be able to access this username text box. That's it. Okay, so we learned about the super. We already know about the super keyword, and now we learn about this keyword. Now, another thing that I want to show you in real world, they it's like 50-50 chance. Like some project you will see they are using in this format. They are getting that web element by using driver.find element. But in some project, there is another way we can get this one. Is called @find by using, I believe, using XPath, and then I forgot it. Okay, so let me check if I can import it. Then value, I believe it's value. What value is that? And I forgot this one. Change it to how. I really forgot about this one. I forgot about this one because I was not using this for a long time. Fine. This concept is also it's important in case like if you want to create your functionalities here only in the page object model. That's why we need this one, find by. So let me get this. Okay, I got it now. How.name. Okay, I got it now. So it's how dot. So if we want to use XPath, I just need to use XPath here. And so find by how.xpath using this one. Yeah, that's right. Still I'm getting an error. This is the one way of doing it, and another way I can see here is, for example, name equals to, if I have any name, but still I'm getting some error here. Not sure why I'm getting this error. Okay, I'm not sure why I'm getting it, but this is the way how. So you in a real work you might see something like this: how equals to how dot. Okay, now I got it. How dot XPath. If you're using XPath, so you can use it XPath, and then using this one. And for some reason I'm getting some error here and imported. But still I'm not getting this out. Okay, now here we mentioned that what will be the variable name is here variable element and the name, for example, text box. Okay, so this is the variable name, and then we can use this variable name in our functions to do some operation like sending to the same case or click. So if in this kind of situation, if you need to write your script in page object model, so usually they use find by usually. Okay, so this is semicolon. There will be no semicolon in the end of the line because these two are both are same line. Okay, and one more important thing, in the real work they also use private so that no one will be able to change the name of the web element from outside. By chance, some people can do that. Like if I am trying to access some other web element and accidentally I am changing the value of this one, so this will make an issue in my script, in my test run. So that's why they usually keep that in private, so that no one will be able to access it and change it. So this is another way how you can do that. Okay, how you can do that. For now, you don't need to learn this one. You just need to understand that if you get this kind of thing in the real world, this is possible, and you can also do that. It's the same way. Like let me show you this one. And for name, I'll just use name here, and then name value is this one, and then oh, okay. Okay. Now, if you want to do that, like it's done. Now I'm just returning it here. That's it. And one more thing that extra that we need to do is we have to declare this page factory. Page factory dot init element web driver, this one driver, and here we just need to pass this keyword. That's it. So this is the way how we make this class as like we can use find by. I know this is kind of like an extra topic, like little advanced topic, but it's just like for giving you some idea. Like this is, it's also possible in this way. Okay.
So you're just showing us an alternative way to find an web element.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So it's just an option we can use if.
Yes.
Okay.
But for now, don't go to this part because for now you need to practice a lot of things which are very important other than this one.
Right. That's what we think.
Okay. So we are done with this one. Let me write it down. Next thing I want to show you, this one is very small. Let me show you this one. Fail test in TestNG. So if you remember that we learned about the TestNG, and in TestNG, if you have any fail test, you can also see that here in the test output. You see here there is no fail test. I think here TestNG-fail.xml file. So when you run your XML file, like any smoke.xml file or TestNG.xml file, and if there is any failure, then in the test output folder, it will create one file called TestNG-fail.xml file. Okay, when your test fail, okay, now open this file then it will tell you that exactly which file it failed. Now from here, you can also run this failed XML file. If you fix that, if you want to run only the failed test cases, only the failed test in TestNG, you can also use this XML file, which is already created for you. So this is kind of like extra thing that TestNG provide us. You got it? So for example, if I say that you have 100 test cases, okay, 100 tests in TestNG, in regression test, and out of this 100, 10 are failing. So when you run the regression, 10 tests failed. Now, if I want to run only that 10 tests which fail, then you just need to go here in test output folder, and inside this folder you will see one XML file that is already created, testng-failed. Open that file and it will tell you that which classes, which test it failed. Just open that and run it. That's it. Is it very simple? Is it a good thing? No? Oh, yes. Okay. So, one second. So the thing is, in TestNG XML file, if you see that I'm trying to run how many tests? 1, 2, and 3 tests. And in all of these 3 tests, there can be like multiple tests inside the test with the at the rate test annotation. Now, out of these 3 tests, if any test failed, and I want to run only that specific test, then I can go easily here in test output folder and in this testng failed.xml file, and I can run only the failed test cases. So I don't need to run the regression test, the whole regression test again. For example, let's say that you have 100 tests for the regression, and if you run that, it takes like 2 hours. Now, when you run it for the first time, it took 2 hours, and then you found like 10 of the test cases failed. Now you fix that test, like by seeing this console, you fix that test, and now you want to run only that failed test cases. Either you have to create another XML file and you have to give a name of the test in that XML file, right? You have to do that things, right? Instead of doing that thing manually, you can just go to this test output folder, this testng failed XML file, and then you will see all these 10 tests which failed previously. You can see all the 10 test name here. So you can just run this XML file and it will run only that failed test cases that failed before when you run the regression. Now, why this one is helpful? Because if you run the regression, the whole regression again, it will take 2 hours. And you don't know that there is a possibility like which failed before, it will fail again. So before you run the regression again, you should check that whatever failed before, it should pass right now when you run the regression. So that's why this failed testng failed XML file is very important file. Got it?
So can you do this then? We'll use Cucumber, and then in case of these type of tests, so we can just use TestNG. So can that be done?
In Cucumber?
Like a combination, like you are running your regression test in Cucumber, but since this failed test you can only do in TestNG, so
Yes.
then you can just run.
This is possible.
You can do that?
Yeah, this is possible. Let's say that I want to create an XML file for this test run, okay? I want to
Okay.
create an HTML file to run this test runner, because test runner is the test suite for the Cucumber, right?
Right.
So if I right click on this one and go to this TestNG and then click on convert to TestNG, it will give me that, okay, so I cannot run this class because I don't have the @test animation, but I can mention this is possible. This is possible. I know that this is possible.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to show. We just need to know it's possible. So when the
Yeah,
time comes, we can show you.
this is possible.
Yeah. Okay.
You can run your feature file from test runner class.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, this is possible. Okay. Any other question here? No? So we are done with this one as well. And this is very small thing, the monochrome. Let me show you, then you will get the idea. So that is one thing. I think it comes under here. You can just type monochrome equals to true. Monochrome equals to true. Let me run it, and then I'll tell you what is the thing is. So before this monochrome, what we have, I need to show you that, and then I will show you what we have here after we have monochrome true. So whenever you have any confusion or anything that you need to remember, and if it is related to your coding, that question is related to your coding, then I will prefer if you go and run it. When you run it, when you see how it's working, then you will remember these things. That will be very helpful for you to remember this topic or the things, how it works. Okay, it's done. Now the monochrome, if I just add this monochrome here, then let's see how it works.
Excuse me, what is this monochrome?
I'm explaining, just give me
Okay.
a second. So it's working. Now, when you have this monochrome equals to true, in that case, you will see some more information here in the console. So this monochrome is basically giving you some more information in the console so that you can see that exactly what's going on now. So this is the thing, this is the steps it was passing. Yes, it's more readable basically. But if you don't have it, it will just show you, okay, it ran. That's it. Okay. Any question? It was coming something extra here, but if you want to add more information, then if you have this monochrome equals true, it will be more readable. You see that? This way you will not be able to understand
This
what's
one is
going on.
not understandable anything. So the true was giving us the whole like a details what we did.
Details with more readable format.
Yes. So let's go with the true statement instead of false.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just keep it. Okay, I'll just keep it true. Okay, next thing. This is also done. Now let's go to this fun part here, this action class. Okay, for this action class, I will open this Chrome and then new tab, then here. So for this one only, for to work with this action class, I want to show you here in the U-Haul website, because in this website we have this option. When you mouse over to this menu, you can see there are like some sub menus are showing up, right? And I did not click on it. But if I need to see that this menu, this sub menus, then I have to mouse over on this main menu. Okay, you got the point? So if I give you a test, if I give you a task, okay, so you have to verify that all these sub menus are there or not. Like you have to verify all these sub menus, or you have to click on this specific sub menu. How can you do that? Because without keeping your mouse here, it will not showing up. And I told you you have to select from the sub menu. It's not like you can click on this trailer and towing, it will take you to this page, and then you can find out that the submenu from this page. No, I didn't ask you that. So you have to verify this submenu, and to do that, we have to do mouse over. And to work with the mouse over, we have a different class, and that is called action class. Let's move into some testing. Where should I do that? I will go for Selenium learning, and then SRC folder, basic Selenium here. So in the basic Selenium, I'm creating this class called actions class. Okay. And I also need public static void main. And no problem, I will give you some time to work on it. Okay. I'll give you some time. Don't worry about that. Now, first of all, I need to go to that website, right? This is the first task that I have to complete. I need to go to this website. So to go to this website, I need some like 2 lines of code. Where should I get it? Problem user? No. Login page? Where should I get it? Alert page? Alert page. No. Mouse here. Okay. I need these 2 lines of code. Then I will go back to this action class, and then I will paste it here. So everything, these 2 lines of code, you already know about this, right? This is system.set property, WebDriver. Then I want to go with specific website, driver.get. Can anyone tell me, instead of get, which function we can use to go to the specific website? Anyone? Instead of get function, which function we can use to go to that specific website?
Navigate.
Yes, that is right. So it's a navigate to.
Navigate to.
Navigate dot
To.
Did I write it correctly? Navigate dot to. Okay. So I'm going to this website, which is fine. Let's go and get this web element where I have to do the mouse over, right? Right click on it, go to this inspect. And one more thing, in our last session, we saw how you can get the XPath in a shortcut way. Don't mention that in interview. Copy the XPath, because they want to know that if you know how to create XPath. So this will be web element. Web element, what is the web element for? Trailers and towing. Equals to driver dot find element by dot XPath, and then double quotation, paste your XPath here, As I said that you will see something like this, which is fine. And then, okay. Then trailers and towing. Okay, trailers and towing. Should I click on it? No, I don't want to click on it. Now let's try to run it and see if it is working or not, until if at least it goes to that page or not. Oh, it's going to the trailers. I don't want to go to the trailers. It's going to the trailers directly. I don't want to do that, so I need to remove this line. So that is right. So I just need to remove this. So that means that everything is working fine. Now, as I said that I need to do the mouse over. If you remember, to work with the drop down, which class we need to use to work with the drop down?
Select class.
Select class. Now, to do this kind of job, like mouse over, double click, right click, you can also use action class to click anything from your keyboard. You can also do that. Okay. So for that, you need to create an object of actions class. I think it's action. There are like two classes. So action, new, action, then parentheses. You have to import it, and this is coming from Selenium. This one, Selenium interactions. Then you will see there is a red underline. In action class, it's basically you have to pass, I believe, driver. No, is this actions? Yes, I think it's actions. Yeah. So in actions class, you have to pass the driver. Okay. Now let's use this action class object. Action dot. You see that how many functions we have? Build, click. If you want to click on a specific web element, you can also use here. Then click and hold. You can also do drag and drop by using this action object. You see that here, drag and drop. So if you have like two box, and if you want to drag one item from one box to the another, you can also use this function. Double click, then key down. You can use this key down to interact with your keyboard. Key down, key up. So this is the function that right now we need to work with. Move to element. So select this function, move to element, and then you have to mention the web element name where you want to move. Now click on, put this semicolon. That's it. So now it will move to this element. Let's try to run it and see if it is working or not. So it's going to that website, then, oh, I missed one thing here. So in action class, this is important. In action class, whenever you use any function, you also have to use these two things. After you're done with that the function, the parenthesis, then put a dot, and then you have to do build, and then put a dot again, and then you have to perform. So these are the two extra things that you have to do in action class. Okay, so let's try to run it again and see. You see that? So it's showing me the sub menus of trailers and towing. Okay. So some important functions from this actions class are action dot click. Usually we don't need to use this click because we use web element dot click, but sometimes the web element dot click doesn't work, then we need to use this action dot click sometimes. Then click here, context click. This is the one for right click. If there is any place that you have to perform the right click, then you have to use this function, context click. And if you want to do the right click on a specific web element, then you can do this one, context clicks and then web element. Then double click, if you want to perform double click. For some function needs double click, so you can use this function, double click. So also double click on that specific element, you can do that. Drag and drop. Then key down, key up for interacting with your keyboard. Move to element. Usually we use this basic function, move to element on the specific web element. Sometimes we might need to use it, but it's not like more of the time you will be using this one, move to element, that simple one element. And send keys, same like click. If the regular click, the web element dot send keys doesn't work, then you can also use actions dot click send keys. And that's it. These are the couple of functions that you can remember. You can just try to read for a couple of times only. That's it. You don't need to remember all these functions. Important function is move to element, context click, and double click. These three functions. Okay. Now, if you want, I can give you like a couple of minutes to practice this move to element function. This one. Okay. Do you want that, or you don't want any practice today? No? We are good? Okay. So you don't need any practice today. That's fine. Okay, so action class done. So action class is done. Now next thing I'm going to show you is this one. So whatever I'm showing you is basically related to your previous work. That's why I'm showing it first, so that you can relate to your previous work and you can understand these things. Okay. Oh, I should have do this thing before, but it's fine. I can do it later. That's fine. Soft assert and verify. Let's go back to our TestNG. So today I'm going to like jump in different projects, because they have different setup for different like different topics are based on different projects. That's why. Okay. Okay. So assertion. Okay, assertion is here. What is the assertion? This one, basic testing, and then source demo. I believe in source demo I have this assertion. No, I don't have it. Why do I have this assertion? Login. You mean login script? Login script. Login script. Okay. I believe I have this one. Yes. Thank you, Safin. So you know that we have this assertion in here. So these asserts, so we have like two kind of assert. Okay. Let's learn this assertion here. Assertion. So first one is assert, just only assert. This assert we call hard assert. And why we say that hard assert? Because if this one fail, then it will not continue to your next step or next test. So for example, like you have 100 tests, okay? When you run in that test number, for example, 60, in test 60, you have an assertion, and this assertion sometimes it pass, sometimes it fail. So basically, that is not a mandatory assertion you have to do, but sometimes it pass and sometimes it fail. Now what you can do is you can make this assertion as a like soft assert. So I don't care it will be there or not. I will perform some assertion. If it's there, then it will say pass, or if it is not there, then it will say okay, so this element is not there, but it will not stop my execution. If you have a hard assert, it will go to that 60th test and then it will stop the execution. It will not perform the remaining 40 tests. Okay, if you use this assert. But if you use soft assert, then in the 60th test, if you find like this assertion is failed, even though it failed, it will move into the next test, and it will complete the all 100 tests. Okay, so that's why sometimes we need to use this soft assert. So I don't want to fail my test. I don't want to stop in like in the 60th or 70th location, so that I don't need to run that all the test again, because that element is not mandatory for me. For example, you are verifying header, and header verification is not something like mandatory. For example, it's not like if you're checking any sentence, and in that sentence you are checking with the uppercase letter, and in the page it found a lowercase letter, and it failed because assertion is not it will find false, so it will fail. But you don't want to make it fail. In that kind of situation, we need to use soft assert. Now, how can we do that? For the soft assert, you have to create an object. Soft assert, let's say soft assert assay equals to new soft assert, like that, and import this one from TestNG, and done. Now next time, instead of using assert, just use SA and then dot. You will get all the functions. Whatever the functions you are getting using assert, you will be getting the same functions by using SA. So assert equals, this is string actual and URL and expected URL. So I'm doing soft assert now. See that? I can do that. You got the concept? Any question? No question? No, this is verify is coming from somewhere else. Okay, but this is the assertion and assert and soft assert. Assert, the basic assert is called hard assert, and this is a soft assert. Any question? No questions, which means that we are done. Now, next thing is again with the programming. I will do this exception handling. Let's create it here. No, let's not create it here. sample package. Let me create, okay, let me work here in sample class. So this is the first class that we did, right? If you remember, this was our first class, and then we did some operations here. Okay, so these are the basic operations we did, right? Now if I run this class, what will happen? Let's see. It's a long time back we did this. It's 900 is printing here. Oh, this one is pretty. Okay, so let's work here in the first class. So I have two values, integer a equals to, let's say, 100, and I have integer b equals to 2. Now if I do integer c equals to a divided by b, and if I want to print this c, what will be the result? Only one answer. 2, 3, 4. I'm just checking that are you sleeping or not. 4. Okay, that's mean that 4 are like active and others are sleeping.
I just spoke, so you know that I'm not sleeping. So that's why I didn't send my answer.
Okay. Okay, so then you got this 50, which is correct. Let me run it and see. So it's 50. Can anyone tell me what will be the answer for this one? Now this one is mandatory. Everyone have to answer this question. Okay, I got answers from almost everyone. Okay, so some people say that it's a 0. Some people say it will throw an error, infinity or undefined. So let me show you that exactly what it says. You see that? You cannot divide any number by 0. You cannot do that. Okay, so this is not possible in math, and that's why, for example, if I have this system of println something, and after the operation I have this system of println nothing. Okay, now when I will run this, it will print something, and then it will go to this line. It will do this until this job, and then when it will try to do this divide by 0, this 100, then it will throw you an error here in this line, and it will stop your execution. But the thing is, I don't want to stop my execution even though there is any issue. I don't want to stop my execution. I want to print this nothing also. I want to do that. So that doesn't mean that I want to skip this part. I don't want to skip this part. I want to know that, okay, what is going on? Show me that error and also move forward and then run the next line. Don't stop here. Don't do that. So if you know, we already discussed about the soft assert, but the soft assert is basically you cannot handle this kind of thing there. In soft assert or assertion, we check that if two values are same or not, if that value is true or not, or false or not. That's it. You cannot do anything else there. But here, this is something different. So that is a very common issue you find when you are start with this Selenium. There is no such element found. How many of you got this kind of error when you are practicing? You got this error, right? Yes. So that's mean that when you are trying to get that element, it was not working. But that element was not something like mandatory for you. You can skip that element, which is fine. For example, you are verifying one sentence, and the verification of that sentence is not mandatory. Sometimes that element shows up, sometimes it's not. So when it shows up, then your test passed. But when it doesn't show up, it will fail in that location, and it will stop your all other tests. Whatever the test you have after that, it will not run that test. So that's why in Java, in programming, we have one concept called try and catch. The concept is called try catch. Try to do it, and if there is any issue, catch that issue. Okay, so if we use this try and catch, then if there is any issue, it will catch that issue, it will show you that issue, but also it will let you to run your next line or let you run your next test. Okay, so let's try to do it. So we have the issue here, right, in this line. Am I right? Now we'll try to keep that line in try catch. So the format is you have to try, and then you have to use this curly bracket and keep that here, keep that part in that curly bracket. Okay, whatever the things you are facing, the issue you are facing, you have to keep that. So for the wave element, you can also do that. You can also keep that driver.find elements in try. So if there is any issue, you will catch it. Otherwise, it will move into the next one. Now I said that try to do it, and if there is an issue, then catch it. And when you will catch it, then you have to say what kind of problem is that. Okay, and in Java, in any programming language, you will hear this word a lot of time, exception. What is the exception happen? So if you have to use this exception. If you know exactly what is the exception is, then just copy that exception or just type that exception here with give any variable name. This is basically the parameter. You are creating a variable. You are declaring any variable here. Then in the block, in the catch block, if there is any issue, you have to catch it, right? You have to catch it and you have to show that in the console so that people can know that what kind of problem you might face or you have faced. So you have to get system out println, and then you have to use this variable e and then dot get message. It will print that message for you. That's it. So if you think you might face some issue in that line, just use catch. Just use try and catch. Okay, so now I got an error with the C because the C, can anyone tell me why I got this error? Why I had this error in C?
We didn't put C on a catch.
We didn't put C on catch?
Yeah, we just tried on the B.
No, that is not the right answer. Anyone tell me? Can anyone?
Okay.
Is the double quotation?
C, should I keep the C in double quotation? No, C is a variable. I want to print the value of that variable.
This system dot print out ln nothing is not inside this curly bracket.
This one? I don't see any issue here.
Oh, then I don't know why this one is still skipping.
At least one person, please. This is the last session in automation and the Java. Please, anyone. I did that. System.out.println C. I did that. It should be inside curly bracket. You mean something like this?
Yeah, let's try. Let's print.
The issue is
Let's
still,
run it again.
no, I cannot run it because the issue is still there. I cannot run this class because I know there is an issue. If there is no issue, if I say it, let's say I said it, but the issue is still there, so I
Okay, the
cannot.
issue is over here, like we already said, C equal to A divided by B, and after that, system got confused. We are trying to print system.println C. So over here, the value is like nothing. So we have to put all these things over here instead of nothing.
No, that's
Under
not.
this double quotation, inside this double quotation.
That's not the right answer. Okay, so I got a lot of answers from all of you. So this is the suggestion. Now tell me if you can see it, if you can see that screen. If you zoom in GoToMeeting,
It cannot be count as a variable.
yes, C cannot be resolved to a variable.
So we have to create a local variable, one solution.
Yes, but I already have created the variable.
Second one is saying C have to be under this double quotation. It's not inside this parameter. So let's put this like a whole things in a double quotation and inside this double quotation.
If I keep this in a double quotation, that means that it will print only C. I'm trying to get the value of C.
Yeah, that's true also.
So we cannot do that. The answer is in front of you, but I don't know why you are not seeing it. I also gave you a hint that what is the issue is. It says that C cannot be resolved to a variable.
Is it because it's outside the function?
It's not outside the function. It's in the same function, under the same main method. But you are almost there.
No, because the in C equals A divided by B it's not connecting with that for some reason.
That's true. And the reason is this integer C
It's
equals to A divided by B is basically inside a curly bracket.
right. It cannot reach that. It's I don't want to say global or something, but it's local or something.
Yes, you are right.
We have to make it global.
Got it? Because whatever you keep inside the curly bracket, you cannot access that thing outside the curly bracket. Remember, we did that before, a lot of practice.
Yes, yeah.
It's a local and global variable thing. Okay, so we did that. Now let's try to run it and see what's going on. You see that? It's printing something. It's printed something. Now it says that divide by 0. So the issue is divide by 0. And because there is an issue, then it is printing whatever the default value is. Default value is 0. So it's printing 0. And after that, it's also printing nothing. That's mean that if there is any issue, like if there is any problem, like if you are using array and if you're trying to, if your array is 5, like array size is 5, and you are trying to access the value of 10, which is impossible, right? So you will see array out of bound exception. If your element is not properly set up, or your XPath is not properly working, then you will see no such element found. So these are exception, and in this case this is arithmetic exception. Okay, now the good thing about this exception is you don't need to remember all these exceptions like separately. If you just keep this exception only, it will work for any exception. So this is the father of all exception, like parent of all exception. Okay, so now if you run it, it will work as like the same way. Now I don't know why it says that divide by 0, so I can just also add some more things here. Let's say that the issue is A cannot be divided by B because, so long masses, because of this. See that? So you can add also some masses here. You understood this part? Try catch.
Yes.
This try catch is very important. Is very, very important. Nowadays, in the interview, they ask, okay, do you have experience to handle the exception? So this is called exception handling. This is called exception handling. Now tell me, do you have experience on exception handling? Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do, and you just need to mention by using try catch block. That's it. They just want to hear this term, try catch block. That's it. So whatever the issue you might be facing, you have to keep that in try, and whatever the exception you might get, you have to keep that in parameter, and then you have to just print it in the catch block. That's it. Okay. One last thing about this try catch, and then we'll go for the break. Try and catch. There is one more keyword we have here with finally. What is that? Finally. Finally. Did I miss something? Finally. Okay. So finally, it's also related with the try catch block. Let's say that it doesn't matter there's a like issue or not, but you want to print something. By default, you want to print something. So this is finally block is basically finally keyword is basically used that even though if you have any issue or not, you want to print this line. Okay, so in that case we use finally, and it will always work. Like if there is an issue, even though that will work. Where is my issues now? Here somewhere. Oh, okay, it created this finally here. Okay, so you see that now it says that you want to print something. So even though there is an issue or not, you can print by use this finally keyword. Remember, this is very important concept. Now it's 8:36. Let's go for a break, and then we'll come back again at 8:50. Okay, let's take a 14 minutes break today. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
I believe you can hear me, but you're lost somewhere because of this all these topics, right? I know all these topics are like for now it's coming headache for you, but believe me, it's like small topics. If you just see it for like only like 10 minutes or 15 minutes for each topic, if you spend time on that, then you'll be good at that. Because these all are like very small topics. Okay, so I might not able to finish all of this today, but I'll try to finish that next week in the first hour. Then we'll be good because we didn't need enough time for that SQL, but it's fine. Okay, so now let's move forward to this very important thing. So we can come back again these things, whatever we are not done yet, but the most important thing here is to learn GitHub. Okay, so we'll do that now. So I believe you already have an account of GitHub. You already created this account. Now, next thing is, let me get this website address so that, where is this website address? Website address is git bash git for Windows. So I don't think that it will allow me to download from here. I have to go to this from this website. Or it will allow me. Yeah, that's fine. It's my website. Okay, so this is the website that you have to go. So I'm sharing this link with everyone. Once you are here in this website, there is two buttons. One is download and another is contribute. So we need to go and click on download. So once you click on download, it will download this software, and this called git and bit.exe. And I want someone who can share his or her screen, because this application is already installed in my machine, so that I use someone else's machine to show how to install this software. Okay, who want to share the screen?
Mine one already is like installing.
You already started installing?
Yeah.
Okay, don't do anything. If you are there in like a couple, like if you are ahead of a couple of steps, and stop there, then we'll come to that part. Anyone else? Beauty, you want to share? Okay, no problem. I can make you the presenter. Please share the screen. So this software, when you'll be installing, you'll see a lot of options, a lot of things, but we don't need to change any kind of settings when we are going to install this software. So that is the most important thing we have to understand here. Did you download this git bash? I shared the link with you. Click on that link.
Yes.
Okay. So it's downloads folder. Where is that? Scroll up, scroll all the way up, and you see that. Oh, it's a long time ago. Why is it that long time?
No, I have.
Oh, this is the one. Git. Okay. So now the thing is, if everyone download this Git, they have to double click on it.
Please ask me to allow this app to make change to your device.
Yes, click on allow. Okay. So we'll go very slow. So let me know if you're not in the same page. So if you get behind, just let me know, then I will stop there, and then I will help you to install the software.
So we will need to do the download.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Nasida. So we have to download the software, and I already shared the link with you. Go to that
Yes.
website, click on download. Yes, Safin, what is your question?
Yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing, that I already clicked the download button. So is that okay?
So yeah, so it's downloaded already, right? And it's in downloads folder.
Right.
Now double click on this Git, and then you'll see this window. So it might ask you to allow to change something from in your computer.
Okay.
Then click on allow.
So I signed in, and then where do you want me to double click? I'm sorry, say it again.
You don't need to sign in anywhere. Did you download this software, this Git?
Yes.
And did you double click on it?
Double click where?
In the Git, that software that you just downloaded.
Okay,
The
I
setup
have it
here.
open.
Okay, you have
Okay. So you want me to open the download folder? Let me
yes,
see.
open the download folder and you'll see that one application called Git. Then double click on it.
Yes, I have it. Okay, so double click on it. Okay.
So once you double click on it, now you have this window. Then everyone click on next.
Mine is saying, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device?
Click on allow.
Okay, next. Okay.
Yes. So once you are here, it's asking that which location you want to install it. So by default, it will install in program files and Git. We'll keep it as is and click in next. Then the important thing that I already mentioned in this setup, this installation, you'll see a lot of windows and it will show you a lot of options. We're not going to change any option here. Okay. So click on next.
Mine is yeah already, but yours was looking blue. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so once here, then it's asking the what name you want to give, then click on next. So it is the name of the menu. Then same thing, we don't need to change anything, click on next. Again, it's asking two options, so we'll go for the default option, click on next. Then it's already selected the middle option, which is recommended, click on next. Then we have two options, use bundle, OpenSCH, we'll use that one, so click on next. Same, click on next. So we have three options. So check out Windows style. So we will go for the Windows style because we are using Windows. So click on next. Then main TGY. So I don't know about this option, but we'll go for next. Then this one we'll go for default, which is a first forward for our merge. So click on next. Git credentials manager, same, next, next. We're not going to check anything here. Click on next.
Next.
Yes.
It says install back cancel.
Sorry, click on install. There are like too many windows with the next one, so I thought it's awesome.
You were in the like the thing was already stuck.
Why I am far behind, so that's why I don't talk anything right now. So after that, I need to share my screen.
Okay, but if you go now, if you try to install it now, it's also the same thing. You have to just.
No, I am far behind. I know I am way behind. So
It's fine. It's fine. It's a very simple software. There are like lot of options, lot of settings is there. You don't need to make any changes. Just click on next and until you see the install, and then click install. That's it.
At the end, click on finish. Done.
Done.
Wow. Is Mizan already done?
Yes.
Oh wow, ours is still going.
Oh, my device is slightly faster.
Super fast, huh? Okay, good.
It will show you this view nodes. You can
The
close.
very fast computer I borrow from my wife.
You can close this tab. We don't need it. Just close it. Close this window.
Super women, right?
Who is Superwoman?
All women are.
Oh, okay. All women. Okay.
Some kinds of discrimination going on. Superman is the faster one, not Superwoman. Everybody is fast.
Wonder Woman.
I do agree with this statement.
No, they are Wonder Woman. And there's okay. So I don't want to go to that part because I don't have enough time for that. Please close this window. Please
Yes,
close this.
I did, but it didn't go through it. No, but now I can see the cross
Oh,
button.
you cannot see that cross button, but it's fine. When you see that, just close it. Okay.
Okay.
Now it's come. Let's come back to my window again. Now
I
it's,
have a quick question.
yes, go ahead.
So it's asking me at the end is two options. Is one is called launch Git bash and other one is view release notes. So for me the view release note has already a check mark on it, and the launch Git bash has nothing. So what do I do? Just click finish.
Click on that checkbox is already checked. That is when view release nodes. So uncheck that and then click on finish. That's it.
So you want me to uncheck that? Both
Yeah.
of them to be unchecked. Okay.
Uncheck. Yes, that's right.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. I check on both of them. Actually, okay, that's fine. But if you started, you can close these windows. Then it'll be fine. No problem. It's just like asking that, do you want to open that or not right now?
So we are still on the Git for Windows release notes, introduction, license, that one.
Yeah, it's fine. Did you click on install?
Install what?
Install this Git.
Oh yeah. No, that's done. But in the blue screen that has all these introduction licenses, known issues.
Oh, okay. So that's like
Yeah, so I am also on that page. Yeah,
yeah,
the license
if not, so you can close it. That's fine.
So you want us to close that?
Okay, let me check it before you close it. Yeah, you can close it.
Okay.
Just a release note. So what is the new release we have here?
Okay.
So let's go back and let's try to understand the concept first before we work on Git. Okay. So you will hear these two thing a lot: Git and GitHub. So Git is basically called version control system. Okay, called
Sorry.
version control system. We use that to control the version. So we'll see how we can control the version. And GitHub is basically the repository. GitHub, let me take that in a different next line. GitHub. It's called remote repository. Where we will keep our code. Okay, now why we need this repository? Why we need this GitHub? So you are working in your local. Now you want to share your code with your team member, like whatever the team member we have in this session right now. For example, if you want to share your code with your team member, how you share that code? So you might be thinking that I can email them. Then if you email them your code, then they will download that code, they will do some job, they add something new, and then they will send it to that. Then again, you have to open that, and then you have to find out that what changes he made or she made. So you have to get that thing and then put it in your project. And just think about this thing happen for like 100 times. Then just think about it. Then what will be your project like? Every time you have to download it, you have to go through it, like what changes they made, and you have to take that and put it in your project. So this kind of like hassle. and also this is not like user friendly. So that's why we have to get something which is like easy for use to like share the codes between the team members. So for example, if you have a team with like for example three automation testers, okay, it's not for only automation testers, it's also used by the developers. Okay, so let's say that we are going to talk about only testers. So we are going to use this one. Okay, now if you are a tester, if you like there are like testers are working, testers are working, and then they are working differently. So for example, this tester is working on sign-in script. This is a tester 1 working on login. This is a tester 2. Let me use the name. That will be a good idea. Let me use the name here. So Annie, no one. Sorry, anyone. It's fine. I can use anyone here. And then someone. So this anyone is working on login feature. This no one is working on register feature. This someone is working on, for example, forget password feature. They all are working on sign in, but it's different features, right? Forget password feature. Now the thing is, there will be like one project, and there will be like 3 testers, and they have to use the same project. Now when this person is done with the coding, with the login, then that person need to share the code with no one and someone, right? They have to share their code between them. Otherwise, how they will know that is that done or not? How they will get the updated code? So if you're thinking, okay, why shouldn't I use email? So in that case, anyone needs to send this login feature, this login code to no one and also someone. And they also have to send this code to you, right? So in real work, we cannot do that because like a lot of work we have to do. We have to get this code, we have to add this code, we have to run this and check if it is working or not. So we cannot do that. So that's why we have something called like you already heard about the Google Cloud, right? So in Google Cloud, we can keep our documents, pictures, a lot of things, right? In Google Cloud. Is there anyone who don't know about the Google Cloud or iCloud if you are using iPhone?
Yes.
So everyone knows about this one. So that is like a storage. That is like your hard disk, like space that you can use. So if you have a computer, so you can save your pictures in your computer. But if you want to save your picture in a place where you can access that pictures from anywhere means that if you go to any country and you want to check the document, if you want to get the document, just log into your account and get the document. So that is basically is a cloud storage. And Google, iCloud, these all are same.
I think the most old one is the Dropbox, right?
Dropbox, then OneDrive, these all are old one. But
yeah.
So we can use that kind of thing as well. We can use that kind of Google place is iCloud, where we can keep this code so that we can share it. But still, there is a problem. The problem is if everyone is working on something and this person, anyone, like push that code, like upload that code to that cloud, and no one also upload that code to the cloud, someone also upload that code to the cloud. Now the cloud have the code of 3 different people. How it will work then? In cloud, we don't have that kind of functionality. It will just store that code. That's it. Nothing else. It will not do anything. But there is a thing. So it created to work this kind of operation, which is like we can control our versions. We can control our version like this one, Git. That's why Git is called as a version control system. So by using Git, we can control the version. For example, anyone is done with the job and that person want to send his code or her code so that everyone can see that, so that what it will do is whatever the code was there before, it will add that new code here. So it will not take the whole code. So for example, this place, this cloud have a asset of 10 page. Okay. Now anyone added this logging feature. Now it is like, for example, 10 page asset. Okay. So now it's 11 page asset. Now when this anyone is sending the code to this Git, Git will not create another version of the 11 build. It will just add this one here with this 10. It will not create another one. And when it will add here one with this 10, then it will also give that number. Okay, this is called as a unit number, version number. That's why it's called a version control system, this Git. Now you're sending this code and it should need to save somewhere, like a cloud, it needs to save somewhere. That's why we have a GitHub. GitHub is the place where we'll keep our code. If you remember, every time we are done with our session, I was putting my code in the GitHub. And if you need any code, you are going to that GitHub and you are getting it from there. So I was not pushing, I was not uploading all of the code. I was just uploading whatever the new codes are there, whatever the new changes are there. That's it. It's nothing else. Okay. And also, if there is like multiple team member, then it tracks. Okay, so there is a new update. So if no one is done with the register, they need to push that code. They need to upload that code. But before you upload the code, you have to get the new code. This is the rule of the GitHub, of the Git. Okay. So this is the rule. I will come to that point again later. But now just think about this. They can upload that code and that will be like page 12. That will be like page 12 and that's a new version. So this is the way how this Git works. And by GitHub, we also have something called Bitbucket. There's like different things available in the market. GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab. So these are the things available. Most commonly used are GitHub and Bitbucket. Okay. So now you already have an account in GitHub, so we'll work with the GitHub. Okay. Till now, did you understand about the GitHub? Why we need this GitHub? GitHub is a remote repository, right? GitHub is a remote repository where you can keep your code, where by using GitHub you can share your code with the team members. Okay. Now let's do some practice and then let's come back again. I will come back again on this one to show you some more concept about the GitHub. Okay. Now let's do some practice here. So first of all, I told you to create an account. I hope everyone have that account. Now next thing is you have to understand one more concept before I move, before we go to that GitHub. The concept is, let's say that you are hired in a project, and that project is very new project, and that's mean that you have to create your project first, your framework first, right? Are you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. That's mean that we don't have anything in GitHub. We have to create it first, then we have to put it in the GitHub. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you all agree with that. So if you are joining in a project which is like a brand new project which doesn't have anything, so that you join the project, you have to create your framework, you have to create your project first with everything like Cucumber, TestNG, you have to write some script, then you have to upload that project to the GitHub so that other team members can get that project. So that is one approach. Okay. So you are uploading the project first time in the GitHub. And the second approach is, let's say that you join the project in the middle. Someone already created the project, already created the framework. Now you have to get that framework and start working on it. You understand these two scenarios?
My second scenario, what please explain again the second one? So first one is the if we are new, then we need to upload our code for the first time.
Okay. Let's say that I open a new shop. Okay. I just opened a new shop, and you joined as like a member of that shop, not member, like as the employee of that shop. Then what you will do? So first of all, you have to organize the things, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
before I open that shop, you have to organize that shop, and then we can open that shop. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if my shop is already there for a couple of years, and now you join that shop like now, which is already established. Now it's already open for a couple of years. Now, when you join that shop, you'll see that it's already organized, right? Everything is there. You just need to start working.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the same concept here. So if you join the project, which is like it doesn't have anything, and you are going to create it for the first time, then you have to do some work, like you have to add dependencies, you have to add the libraries, you have to write some script, you have to create the page object model, you have to create some utility class, and then you will upload that project to the GitHub for the first time.
Yes. Yeah. For the first time.
For the first time. So that is one approach. Working with the GitHub for the first time, that is one approach. Another approach is, the project is already in the GitHub and you join the project. So what you will do? You will create another project? No, your team will not allow you to do that, because the project is already there. The framework is already there. You just need to get that project and start working on it, on the existing project.
Yes. Yeah.
You got the concept?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say that I already have a project. Okay. Let's say I already have a project. Can anyone share the screen? Whoever already opened this GitHub, log into the GitHub account, he or she can share the screen.
Yeah, I can share it, and I also want to show you one thing. So.
Okay. Okay. What is your question? I can't hear you. You are on mute.
Oh, sorry, I was talking. So just wanted to
make sure that right after I close that blue screen, I'm in here.
Okay.
So is that where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, that's fine. You're on the right place.
Okay.
Okay, so now, first of all, we'll see if the project is already there and you are going to download that project in your local computer. How can you do that? Okay, so first of all, you have to click on this create repository. Not this one. Okay, you can create. Yeah, you can click this one. So it will give you.
Click on it.
Yeah, click on it. Now it's asking for the name of the repository. So give a name of the repository, like which project you want to upload. Just give a name of that project.
Any project, right?
Give any project, Cucumber Learning or something like that. Let's upload Cucumber project here. Okay. Now you want to make it public so that anyone can see this project. Okay. So we'll keep that public. Now also, when you are creating this project for the first time, click on this add a README file. You see that checkbox there? Click on it. And then scroll down. We'll keep everything the same. Then click on create repository. So it's kind of like you created a folder. So you have a storage in the cloud and you just created a folder. Okay. Yes, Anila. So I don't have that option. So which option you're talking about? Create repository. You might have that. If you don't see that, Safin, can you please click on the right top corner? Right top corner. There is a round thing with a blue sign.
Yeah. Click on it.
Yes. Click on it. So everyone, if you just click on it, you will see that your repository is here, or you can see, sorry, you can also click on the plus sign. You see that there is a plus sign after that. Yeah, click here. You'll see that the repository is here. Create new repository. Click on this. You see that new repository. If you click on this, then you will see this window to create the repository. Okay, so now our repository is created, and let's assume that this is the project is already created. You join the project in the middle and you want to get this project in your computer. Okay, so this is our second approach that we are working on. So first of all, click on this code. There you see that green button. Click on this code. Then it says that clone. Under the clone, we have three options. So we will go for the first option only, HTTPS. And after the URL, down there, in the last, there is a button, two box button. If you click on it, it will be copy that path. Yes, click on it. It will copy the path. Okay. Now, open your Eclipse. So this is the very simplest way how can you get the project. Okay. Now click on File, Import, Import, and then here all this import you will find the Git option. The second option is the Git. Expand that Git. Select that projects from Git with Smart Import. Second option. Second option, and click on Next. Now, in this window, Anila, so what time is 9:25? I think it will be better if you do it later. Okay, because
Yes, Bhaiya, I need to ask from here, so we can do it later, little bit.
Yes, it will be better if you do it later, because if you all do it at the same time, so
Yes.
it'll make me very slow. So I will help you, no problem. I'll help you. Okay, now click on URI, clone URI. Next. And then you see that link that we copied, it's already there. So this is kind of like a smart thing. So you already have a link, so you automatically get it here. Now, because we didn't set up any, this is not a private, this is public repository we created. So we don't need to put anything else here. Just click on next. So now go back to that GitHub again on the Chrome. Go back to the GitHub. Now here on the left side, you see that main button. You see that main button? No, down there. Yes, main button. Click on it.
Click on it. Click.
Yes, click on it.
Should I click here?
Yeah, click on it. Yes. Okay. Just keep it like that. Okay. So the thing is, you already know that if there is a bank, every office, not only bank, every office have their headquarters, and then they have their branches in every city, maybe on every city. So the concept is almost same here. Branches. So main is the main branch, or we also call that as a master branch. And if you have any other branch, we'll see that also. So we keep that. We work that the other branches for some reason. I will show you that why we need that branch, and then why we have this branch concept. Okay, I will show you that. But for now, it's main. You see that this is main, and our code here in the main. Okay, now go back to that Eclipse again. So you see that here in the box, it's selected main, because in that URL, in that repository, I have only one branch, main. That's why it's showing main. Now click on next. And this is by default, it's going to save in this location. All of your project, you will see it will be users, your name, username, git, and then the project name. So by default, it will go here, but if you want, you can also change the location. It's up to you. Then click on next. So now click on finish. Now you'll see one project is on the top. You see that? The first project expanded, and you'll see only one file. That readme.md file. Now you got your project here in your local. Now you can start working on it. So this is one of the way that how can you get the project from GitHub or Bitbucket. Let me show you there is another way that we can get the project. Okay. Can you open any folder in your computer? Any folder? No, folder. Any folder. Create any folder here. Here or any place, any folder. Go to that new down there, new folder. Just give a name, project. Go inside this folder. Now right click here. Right click. You see that there is an option called git bash here. Click on it. You will see a command line window, something like this. and it also open, you see that, downloads and then slash project. So when you go any specific folder and you open the git bash there, it will open from that folder. We don't need to change the path here. Now, next thing, we want to, at first, very first thing is the first step to get the project in this format. The very first thing, you have to make this folder git folder. By default, it's not a git folder, but you have to make this as a git folder. So you have to type git, all lowercase, git space init. It's INIT, init. Yes, enter.
Some extra thing came because I think I accidentally, should I delete it?
That's fine. I think it's already created. Just remove this backward slash, hit backspace. Yes, now it's done. So if it's already created or not, if that thing worked or not, we can verify that. Can you please take this window a little down? This git bash window a little down.
Little down, okay.
Yeah, take this. Yeah, drag that and keep it a little down. Okay. So in your folder, click on View. From the menu, click on View. Click on it. Now you see that there is one checkbox on the right side. 3 checkboxes, 2 of them are checked, so one is unchecked. Click on the check. Yeah, check it. Hidden items. So now you can see there is a new folder .git. That means that this folder is initialized with git. So we can start working with this folder. Now open this git bash again. No. You don't need to open it. Go back. Open that git bash, the command line that we are working on.
Oh, okay. Where is that? This one?
Yes, this one. Now this folder is already initialized with the git. Now we have to get that project. Now type here git clone.
So this one is right. This one is right, you are saying?
Yeah, that one is fine. That one is fine.
Okay.
Type
so
git,
what do you want me to do now?
Git space clone space, right click here and then click on paste. So you already have copied that URL, right? So this is the URL that we copied from the GitHub, if you remember that. So I just pasted the URL only. That's it. Now hit enter. Okay, now we see that it's done. So if there is any issue, then it will not be able to, you will not be able to see that it's done. So now the link is created, but still there are a lot of things are remaining. So now, can you open that folder again that we have created the git? You see that there is a new folder came, Cucumber. Open this Cucumber folder and then you'll see this readme.md5. Got it? So this is another way how can you get it. Now if you want to get this project in your Eclipse, you know that is a import, and from the import you just need to import the project from your local. So can you open that Eclipse? Click on File, Import. Now this one is already selected, Git, with a project from Git. Click on Next. Now here you see that I have two options: clone URI, existing local repository, because I already downloaded that project using git bash, so I can select existing local repository. Click on that existing, select that existing local repository and click on next. Then you see that, so in existing local repository is already there, but that is not the location that we downloaded that project. So click on add Add button on the right side. Now show the path. Where is your project is? Click on browse. So it's in downloads folder, right? Click on
Right.
downloads folder, project. Go inside this project and select this cucumber. Now select folder. Click on select folder. You see that? So now it's showing me that in that folder I have a Git and I can use that. So click on the checkbox and then click on add. Now if I go, I can import this project, but I don't think that it will allow you to do that because there will be like two projects the same name. So either I have to delete the first one and then I can import it. So click on next. So now you see that this project is already there. The name is already there. I cannot use that name. So either I have to rename it, the previous one, or I can delete the previous one. But this is the way. How can you get it? You got the point?
Yes.
Okay. Now click on cancel because we don't want to import the project from here right now. Now that this is the thing how you can get your project for the first time. Now if you make some changes in the project, let's say that you are done with your script and now you want to upload your code to the GitHub, then how can you do that? Okay, now can you open that folder? No, yes, right click on this project, cucumber, yes, right click here, show in, the fourth option, show in, and the second last option, that is System Explorer. Okay, go inside this folder. Now let's say that you added some script here, you added some Java class here, or you did something. Let's say, for example, now create a notepad here, right click, new, notepad, text document here, and then if you want you can keep the same name, or if you want rename it, and then open this file.
What kind of name should it be?
It's fine, the same name. Okay, do Control Z. Yeah, Control Z, that's fine. Click outside and then open this document, type something here, whatever you want. Okay, that's fine. You did a lot of coding today. Now save it. Save it.
Oh, save it. Okay.
Okay, now if you want you can close it, or if you want you can keep it. And now open the git bash. So till now you already know two of the command. One is git init and another is git clone. These two command is basically used only for first time. You are not going to use these two command for all the time. Okay, so these two command you're going to use only for first time. Now the thing is, if you're working for some time, now you want to upload your code, how can you do that? For that you need to know four or five commands. Okay, these 4 or 5 commands is enough for you to work with the GitHub. Okay, initially. Now very first thing we do is we type git status, git space status. So this command is basically show us that what changes we made in our local. That is not like we have in repository, like a remote repository in the GitHub. Hit enter. Then it will tell you that what is a new file is added here. No, we are not in the same folder. Can you please close this git bash? Close this git bash. And here in this folder, right click in this folder here, anywhere. No, right click in this anywhere in this folder, not on that file. Anywhere here and git bash here. You see that it says that git cucumber main. Okay. Now, as I said that we have to check that what changes we made here in the local. So type git status. Hit enter. Then it will tell you that what changes you made, what the new files you have. It says that new text document.txt. This is the new file you have in your local, but you didn't upload that code in the GitHub yet. Now our task is to upload this file to the GitHub. Okay. Now, first of all, you always have to check, is there any new changes here or not? We can see that by using git status. You can run this command any point of time and it will tell you that what is the status is. The second command you need is git space add space add add no, git space add mean addition.
Okay, at the rate.
No, not at the rate, add, just only add.
Add ADD. Okay.
That's it. So this is the command basically to add any file. So there is the two things you have to understand for this git add. If you want to add only any specific file, not all the file that you work on, then after this git add, just give a name, add space, and then you have to give the name of the file. What is the name of the file? New text document.txt. Just type this one, or you can just copy this one. How you can copy it? Select that line, new text document.txt. Select that. Right click. No.
Sorry.
So here, be careful. Don't do Control C and Control V. Select that line again. Select that line, new text document.txt. Right click. Right click and then copy. And again type git add space.
So this line came after that. Is it supposed to be here? This
that line didn't exist.
fine.
Fine. Just type git space add space. Right click. Paste. So this is the way how you will add one specific file. Okay, hit enter. Okay, there are like new didn't match in any files. Path specification. So usually that's why I told you. So when we will work with the programming, we will not create any file with a space. So that is a different thing. It's fine. So what you can do is, this is the way how can we add one specific file. But if you want to add all of the file, then just type git space add space dot. That's it. So this dot means that all of the files. Hit enter.
Enter.
Now you see that? So it's added, but you cannot see it. Now type git status. Enter. Now, do you see any changes from the previous status? Scroll up. So in the previous status, it says that untracked files. But in new status, scroll down. But in the new status, it says that these are in green. That means these files are tracked and now it's ready for commit. Commit means that I want to add this file to my repository. That is a new commit. So now we have to do commit. So type git space commit space -m space double quotation. So no, double quotation, yes. So in the middle of the double quotation, no, it will not work. You have to use right arrow. Okay. Now this command is basically to commit whatever the changes you made, whatever the files you created, you are committing that changes. And whenever you are committing these changes, you have to give a message. So what file you have created, what changes you made, what test script you have created. So this is like a specific message you have to send. Whoever will go there, they will see that message. Okay, so this person upload this code with this message. That means that this test script is already there. Okay, so that is like proper message you have to provide. So in this case, what is our message? Our message is added new test document. That's it. Added new text document. It's fine. Okay, then hit enter. Now it's asking you to give you it doesn't understand your identity, so it's asking you to set up your email address and name. So this is only for the first time only. You have to do that first time and only one time. Then what you need to do is just copy that line, copy this git config space -- yes, copy this line. Copy.
Supposed to right click, right?
Right click, yes, right click, copy and paste it.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. So you can keep your cursor anywhere and paste it. It will paste over there. Now in the double quotation, change that with your email address, or if you want, you can keep it the same. Is fine.
Yeah, just for now it's fine.
Yes. Then hit enter. Now also copy the next line, which is user.name. Copy the other line and paste it. Hit enter. Now check the status again. Git space status. No, here. Write down the git status and check what is the status. What is the new status we have?
Enter, right?
Enter. Changes to be committed. That means it's not commit yet. So the commit command we run is not done yet. So instead of typing that commit again, you can use your history by using the up arrow. Just click on this up arrow, hit on the up arrow, again, again, again. There is your commit. So hit enter. So it's committed, but that doesn't mean that your code is already there. Go back to your repository. Can you please open the repository in Chrome? Refresh this project and see, do you see any update there? Refresh this page. No update, right? Now go back to your, open that Git bash. Now, this is mandatory, but I'll tell you why, but you have to do that. Before you upload your code, you always have to get the code first. Okay? Now type git space pull. Pull, P-U-L, pull. Hit enter. it will tell you that already up to date. There is no new files are there in the repository. Otherwise, it will tell you that okay, so there is a new update, so it will be downloaded. So git pull is basically you can type the specific branch name, or you can just type git pull, which is fine. Now we are almost there. Now this is time for uploading our code. Now you have to type git space push space -u space origin space. So what is the name of the branch we have here?
Main.
Sorry?
Main, right?
Main branch, yes.
Main branch.
Main branch. Type main here. Okay, now hit enter. Okay, we have to create the token. Okay, so this is something we have to do. We have to deal with the GitHub, and this started working from 2020. So close it because we don't have the token right now. Close it, and then from the browser, you see that there is a blue ball on top of the right top corner. Click here on the yes, click here and click on settings. So you all have to do this one. You have to go through this process. Settings. So they added new extra feature here, the security here. That's why. Scroll down, and then here, what is that? Developer settings. The last, the left panel, from the left panel, the last option, developer settings.
Click on it.
Yeah, click on it. Personal access token, the third option. Tokens. Here, click on generate new token. Generate new token classic. Give a name to anything. Any name, token, yeah, that's fine. And the expiration, you can make it never. Click on this drop down, this yes, 30 days drop down, click on it, and then click no expiration. And also scroll down, click on this checkbox, the main header checkbox here. If you click on that, the main checkbox repo, then you have to do it for all of them. Workflow, there are like lots of like this checkbox. Click on this.
This one here?
Yes, yes. You have to click on all the checkboxes. Yes. There are like a lot of them. Almost done. Yes. Click on generate token. So the now token is generated. You see, this is the token. Click on copy. Click here on copy. You see that after the token, there is a copy icon there. After the token here, down, 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 down.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, this is the copy. Click on copy. Okay, now the token is copied. So once you're done with this one, save this token, okay, somewhere. Now open this git bash again.
Save this.
Save it somewhere later, no problem.
Yeah.
Open this
So
git bash
should
again.
Git bash.
And you see that after the git bash, there is one more window that is open. Can you open that window? After this git bash window, you see that down on the taskbar? No, down on the taskbar.
Okay. Right, this one?
Yes, open this one and click on cancel. Okay. Now put your username here. What is the username? The email address may be used.
Yeah.
Hit enter. Is this the username?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
they
it's asking for the
They
password.
didn't take anything else. Everything was taken.
Okay, no problem. Then you see that there is a password is asking on the background in the another window behind that git bash.
Oh yeah. Where? Let me see that. Should I click here to see? No.
No, that is in the down, so you have to open it from here. Yes. No, the git bash. The git bash. Yes. Click on it. No, you didn't open that. Click on this window.
Click on this one?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Now paste that here. Right click on it and paste. Right click here and paste. So it's pasting. You are pasting the token. Click on OK. So it's uploaded. So it says that it's done. It's done means that it's uploaded. Now go to your repository homepage. So once you click on this the blue dot again on the top right corner, you'll see that option called your repositories. Select that option, then select this cucumber. So you see that new text document is there.
Yeah, this one.
So this is the way how we upload, how we push our code. So this upload, we don't use this term upload, we say push. And if we need to download the code, then we say pull. Okay, these are the two different terms we use, push and pull. Okay. So this is something like you have to watch this session and you have to go step by step to complete this. And then even though if you are not understanding it, if you're not able to do it, then I have to help you on 2 steps because it's already 10. I cannot do it today. Okay. So just go through that video and then, yes, thank you. So go with that video and then just try to do it. It's very easy. Just try to do it. Just if you just follow the steps.
Just a lot of steps. That's all.
Yes, it's just like a lot of steps. And with this all of steps, let me share my screen. So with this all of this step, you just need to remember whenever you are working with a Git, you need to remember these things. Git init. This is only for the one time. Git clone, this is also from one time. Then you have to, if you set the git user global, something like that. So and user email, that is email, that is a username. This is also for only for one time. You have to do it. Okay. Next thing, you always need to use git status, git add. If you are using if you want to upload any specific file, then you have to type after that specific file name, or you can also use git add space dot to upload all the documents. Okay. Then there is a git commit to say what changes you made, what is the new things that you are updating, that committing here. So it's a -n, and then you have to give a good message here, understandable message here. Okay. and then git pull. Remember, before you push, you have to always do the git pull. Then last git push -u origin main or master, whatever the branch you want to push. Now you have to understand what are the branches, why we have this branch concept. And that is the last thing that we have to do it today. And whatever the remaining things we have, we'll see that in our next session. Okay, let's just understand the branch. It's a very easy concept if you just understand it. So if you see that, let's say you just have an office, and in that office, every you have branches, or let's say you don't have branches, it's just only one office you have. So every time there is something needed, people need to come to your office, even though it's from different city, different state. They have to come to your office to do the job. So that is like a main office. That's why everyone is coming to that place. But you thought that, okay, so instead of doing that, why shouldn't I just create branches? Then they will go there, and if there is any thing that need to come, then the branches will send it to me, the main branch. It's a very easy concept, right? It's like a banking thing. Am I right? Or even though it's not a banking, it's for any thing, any chain shop or anything. If you have some issue, you go to the branch, and if they can solve it, then it's fine. Otherwise, they will send it to the main branch, the main office, and the main office will guide you or give you that solution. The concept is almost same here. Main branch is always main, and this will hold all the main, or we can call as a master also, will contain all the codes. Now we also have a branch concept, and this branch concept is basically like, whenever you are done with your code, you will not push your code to the main branch or master branch. We never do that. Remember that. This is red flag. Don't push your code to the main branch or master branch. So if there is any issue in your code, or if you delete some other code, some other class for some people, so when you push that code to the master, it will accept it and it will remove that code. So you will be in a trouble. Okay, that's why we have this branch concept. Why? Where we will send our code to that branch. Like they will create a branch with this name, they will create another branch with this name, and they will create another branch with this name. So they will send this code to their branch. So anyone is done with the login script, so anyone will send that code to this branch, anyone, this name branch. So we call it as a name branch. So let's say that I'm working in the project, so they will create a branch under my name, like Zakir branch. If Safrin is working on any project, they will create a branch called Safrin branch. So whenever Safrin have done her work, so she will push the code to Safrin branch. Then someone from the team, the lead or the person who is already responsible for this project, that person will check the code. If the code is safe to merge with the master, if that person feels like, okay, it's safe to merge, then they will merge that code. Same goes for the no one. So no one will push the code here, and then code will merge here. So the lead basically does that job. Lead will check the code and merge that with the main branch or master branch. But when you will pull the code, we will pull the code from directly main branch, because main branch will have all our code. So you are sending your code here, anyone, but this anyone branch doesn't have this code, no one branch code or someone branch code. So to get the updated code, whenever all the merges are done, you have to get the code from main branch. Okay, so this is the only thing that you need to understand from the Git. This is confusing also, it's very important. So whenever you push your code, you will push the code in name branch. and you always have to pull the code.
Quick question, like when our class is finishing, you are sending us the code by through GitHub. So on that time, you are sending the code to your name one, not the mastered main one.
No,
So that
because I am the only person who is responsible for repository, and no one else is contributing on that project. So I
Mhm.
just have only one branch.
Okay. So
Okay.
if you have multiple branches, on that time, one branch will be count as a main and the rest of the others will be like count as in by their name. So if
That's
someone
true.
created any code and send like to somebody, they will individually send them, not to the main branches, right?
That's true. That's
Okay.
true.
Then anyone need to collect the updated one, they will grab from the main one, not from the others individual person.
That's right.
Perfect. Got it.
I don't know if I missed it, but then how does it end up in the main branch?
How does that?
So if anyone is pushing it to anyone and no one is pushing it to no one, someone is pushing it to someone, then how is it going to the main branch?
So I said that there is a person who is responsible to check your code and merge with the master.
I see. Okay, okay. So I
There
think
is one person who is responsible to check your code.
okay, okay.
Okay.
So that person sends it to the main branch.
Yes. Can you
Oh.
please share your screen very quick? I need to show one thing, one last thing. Can you please go to the GitHub? Yeah, already in GitHub. Can you click on that main? Click on that main, and then type your name here, Shafrin, and then click here on create down. Yes, click here. You see that create branch? Create branch here. Click here. Now click on this subfield. You see that we have two branches now, main and subfield. If you want to create more branches for this project, you can create more branches. Like if you type my name and click create, then it will create a branch with my name. Now, whenever I need to push my code, I will push that code to the Zakir branch. If Safrin is working, Safrin will push that code to the Safrin branch. Now, Safrin is my lead. So what she will do is, whenever I'm pushing my code, she will check my code and then she will merge that code to the main branch.
I
Okay?
see. Okay, got it.
Concept is clear with the GitHub
Yes.
and Git?
Not 100%, but we got the hang of it. But of course, we have to do it ourselves, and by doing it, definitely we'll know.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Today we just saw if we have already a project and how we are getting it. Because it's already 10, I'm not going to hold you long. The next session, I will show you that if this is your first time that you are going to send your project in the GitHub, how you will do that. There is like a couple of steps more you have to work on, just like 2 or 3 comments extra you have to use.
You know,
Nothing
I
else.
have an idea, Zakir bhai. I know, I would like to share with you. Like, how about a few weeks later we do some coding, and after that we would like to send it to you by through GitHub, and you are also responding us back by through GitHub. Then it will be real life practice.
You can easily do that because you see that I already have a project. I already have a project in GitHub. So why
Yeah,
don't you just download that project? I will create a branch for that everyone.
yeah. That will be like a real practice.
Yes, I can do that. I can create a branch for that one so
Thank
that
Yeah, you can do it later. No problem. Yeah, I was just suggesting an idea.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other thing? So we are done for today's topic, and whatever the topics is remaining, I will cover it on next Tuesday. Okay,
Inshallah.
don't worry.
Assalamu
Inshallah,
alaikum,
I'll try to
everyone.
cover everything. Half done. It's almost done, but I'll say half done because this only part thing is remaining. In the meantime, you can just do some practice. You might see some issues here, so you can just make do some practice there. Okay, so I'm going to this weekday branch, weekday October 22 branch. Here I have only one branch, but if I make a branch like this, I have created unique one. Then I can create with A first, with all A. Do you have any other name with A? No? Then we have, so we have, no, I already created it.
Okay.
So, no, these all are created from my, okay, no problem, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's create another one with the Mizan. So usually in every project, you will see a branch under your name. So whenever you are done, you have to push your code in your branch. Did I miss anyone? I missed one person, right? Nasida. So you can pull the code from the main branch, and then when you are done, you can push your code to your name branch, okay? Do some practice on that. It's like really easy, and in the interview, they might ask you a couple of questions only from the GitHub. So what you use for the remote repository, how you are managing your code, that's it. Just mention that you have one more automation tester and you are sharing your code by using GitHub. Then they will understand. Okay. Did I miss anyone?
I don't know. You're on my screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
That's we cannot
Yeah,
see
that's
you.
why I don't understand what he
Yeah,
is
that's
saying.
what I could not see. Where are you typing?
you can see my screen now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now you see that all of your names are there. You just need to start practicing it.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so we are done for today. And if you have any question, if you have any issue, you can join the help session or not. If you don't have it, so you can meet on again on Tuesday.